Lucius Cornelius Sulla was born into a world of contradictions, a time when Rome was both a beacon of civilization and a cauldron of political intrigue. A patrician by birth, his family had fallen on hard times, lacking the wealth and influence of Rome's elite, yet clinging to the remnants of their noble heritage. Growing up on the fringes of power, Sulla developed a burning ambition to restore his family's name and reclaim their lost glory. His youth was spent in Rome's rowdier parts, mingling with actors and courtesans, shaping his sharp wit and ruthless pragmatism, learning the art of survival in a city teeming with ambition. Sulla's unique perspective and street-smart intelligence set him apart from his sheltered peers, giving him an edge in understanding the complexities of Roman society. A wealthy stepmother and a generous mistress provided him the means to launch his political career, offering him both financial support and valuable connections. Sulla's striking appearance and confident presence made him unforgettable, a man who commanded attention wherever he went. His unshakable self-belief earned him the nickname Felix, the Fortunate One, a testament to his charisma and the aura of destiny that surrounded him. He studied Rome's great men, learning that power could be bent or broken by courage and military might, and that true influence required both wisdom and strength. Sulla was a man of the old order, unafraid to use brutal methods to achieve his goals, believing that the ends justified the means in the pursuit of greatness. The stage was set for his dramatic entry into Roman politics, a world where he would leave an indelible mark. He was determined to claim the power he felt was his birthright, driven by a vision of restoring Rome to its former glory. Sulla's early life was a masterclass in patience and observation, a time of learning and preparation for the challenges that lay ahead. Sulla's first taste of power came during the Jugurthine War in North Africa, a harsh and unforgiving campaign that tested the mettle of every Roman involved. As quaestor to Gaius Marius, Sulla proved an excellent subordinate, brave, resourceful, and fiercely intelligent. He quickly earned a reputation for his sharp mind and unwavering loyalty, making himself indispensable to Marius's command. His cunning diplomacy and bold initiative led directly to the capture of Jugurtha, the elusive Numidian king. This was a massive coup that brought the long and costly war to a decisive end, earning Sulla widespread acclaim. Sulla's signet ring, which depicted this triumph, became a symbol of his achievement. But it also infuriated Marius, who felt overshadowed by his subordinate's success, sparking a bitter and personal rivalry. Their clash was more than a simple feud. It was a battle of personalities and ambitions. Marius, the celebrated populist general, stood in stark contrast to Sulla, the ambitious and calculating aristocrat. Rome itself became divided, with supporters of each man vying for influence and control. The city buzzed with rumors, and political tensions ran high as allegiances shifted. During the brutal Cimbrian Wars, Sulla excelled once again, proving his tactical genius on the battlefield. His victories further cemented his reputation as a formidable military leader. Among the soldiers, Sulla was seen as a leader blessed by the gods, a man whose fortunes seemed unstoppable. His popularity with the legions only grew with each campaign. Sulla's political career soared as he aligned himself with the conservative aristocratic faction, gaining powerful allies in the Senate. Meanwhile, Marius's support came from the populares, the champions of the common people, setting the stage for a deepening conflict. The rivalry between them was no longer just personal. It had become a struggle for the very soul of Rome. The rivalry became ideological, representing a fundamental split in Roman society between the old order and the new. Sulla built a powerful network within the Senate, positioning himself as a champion of the aristocracy and the traditional Roman elite. The stage was set for a confrontation that would push Rome to the brink of collapse, threatening to plunge the Republic into chaos. Each new success for Sulla was a fresh insult to Marius's pride, deepening the wounds between them and fueling their mutual resentment. The tensions simmered beneath the surface, a dangerous undercurrent in Roman politics that threatened to erupt at any moment. The social war erupted in 91 BC, shaking the very foundations of the Roman Republic. It was a brutal and bloody conflict between Rome and its Italian allies, who demanded equal rights and citizenship after years of loyal service. Amidst the chaos, Sulla thrived, commanding in southern Italy with remarkable military genius and a keen sense for strategy. He was relentless in his campaigns, besieging fortified strongholds and crushing enemy armies with ruthless efficiency. Unlike his rival Marius, Sulla took bold risks that paid off spectacularly, often turning the tide of battle in Rome's favor. His personal bravery on the front lines inspired unwavering loyalty from his soldiers, who saw him as both a leader and a comrade. Sulla shared every hardship with his men, enduring hunger, exhaustion, and danger, forging a powerful bond that went far beyond ordinary military discipline. Over time, his army became a private force, fiercely loyal to Sulla himself, even above the republic they once served. By the war's end, Sulla was hailed as the military hero of the hour, his reputation soaring among both soldiers and citizens. Rome ultimately won by granting citizenship to the Italian allies, but in doing so, the Republic was forever transformed, its old order shaken. Sulla emerged from the conflict with a hardened, veteran army at his back, a formidable reputation, and the coveted consulship. He had reached the pinnacle of power, but his old rival Marius awaited in the shadows, and a new conflict was brewing in the east. The army's fierce loyalty to Sulla marked a dangerous shift in Roman politics, as generals now commanded personal armies. Sulla understood this shift better than anyone, knowing it was his greatest asset, and perhaps Rome's greatest threat. The social war had militarized Roman society, elevating ambitious generals to unprecedented power and setting the stage for even greater conflicts to come. With the social war over, Mithridates of Pontus invaded Rome's Asian provinces. The Senate assigned Sulla to command the war, a prestigious reward. Marius and his allies, however, maneuvered to strip Sulla of this command. Sulla's enemies used mob violence to transfer the command to Marius. Forced to flee, Sulla faced a choice: accept defeat or do the unthinkable. He appealed to his army's loyalty, asking them to march on Rome. In 88 BC, Sulla's army marched on its own capital, breaking a sacred taboo. Marius and Sulpicius's defense crumbled against Sulla's legions. Sulla seized control, declared his enemies outlaws, and executed Sulpicius. Marius escaped to Africa, but the precedent was set. Military might ruled politics. Sulla had used the army to seize power, crossing the Rubicon long before Caesar. The city was unprepared for Sulla's bold move. Sulla's march on Rome changed history, setting a dangerous precedent. After securing Rome, Sulla departed to face Mithridates, leaving a fragile peace. Marius and Cinna retook the city, unleashing a bloody purge on Sulla's supporters. Sulla, declared an outlaw, fought Mithridates with ruthless efficiency. He sacked Athens, defeated Mithridates, and amassed a fortune. Returning to Italy, Sulla faced a divided opposition. Joined by Crassus and Pompey, Sulla's superior generalship prevailed. The decisive Battle of the Colline Gate secured Sulla's control. The victory was costly. A river of blood spilled to make him master of Rome. Sulla's return marked the end of a brutal civil war. His army's loyalty and discipline proved decisive. Sulla's victory was total, but the cost was immense. The battle secured Sulla's control of Italy. Sulla's return to Italy was met with fierce resistance. Sulla entered Rome as an absolute master, declared dictator without a time limit. He unleashed the Proscriptions, a campaign of murder and extortion. Thousands were killed, their property seized, and families destroyed. Beneath the brutality, Sulla pursued radical constitutional reforms. He aimed to restore the Republic by strengthening the Senate. Sulla stripped the tribunes of their powers and doubled the Senate's size. His reforms sought to create a stable, oligarchic state. Sulla's methods were revolutionary, yet deeply conservative. He broke the Republic to save it, a contradiction at the heart of his legacy. Sulla's reforms were designed to prevent civil war. His reign of terror left a lasting impact on Rome. Sulla's vision was imposed through violence and fear. He was a traditionalist using untraditional methods. In 79 BC, Sulla shocked Rome by resigning his powers. He declared himself a private citizen, daring anyone to challenge him. Sulla retired to his estate, writing memoirs and enjoying peace. He died in 78 BC, not by assassination, but illness. His funeral was a grand spectacle, honoring his complex legacy. Sulla's reforms did not last, but his example endured. He showed that a general with a loyal army could seize Rome. The taboo was broken, paving the way for future power struggles. Caesar, once targeted by Sulla, learned this lesson well. Sulla's actions provided a blueprint for the Republic's destruction. He was the ruthless reformer who paved the way for emperors. Sulla's legacy was a mix of reform and bloodshed. His shadow loomed over Rome, influencing generations to come.